Let's
We're
go.
steering. Yeah.
And committeeing. Not to get political or anything.
How's it going?
Good. Super good.
Best week ever?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Definitely best week ever. We're cooking. We're moving and shaking.
I was just messaging Adrian. I was like, "Hey, Lex seems to be promoting all of your Akash development," and he's like, "Oh snap!"
Yep. Oh yeah. Exactly. No, we're gonna cook this up good. Um, this is probably like one of the most important parts of what we're doing, right? Like, and I kind of covered this in my uh Twitter post. I'll drop this in the chat here. Um, but basically, like, uh, so this is our top priority for a summer launch, Lord willing, for open beta, right? We're really close to the open beta, and I think this is one of the top priorities, apart from just getting open beta live, is
Right.
the Akash integration, because this is one of the big pieces that removes our last barrier to kind of the highest level of accessibility, right? Passage has always been about the most immersion for uh, uh, the least cost, but first we optimize for accessibility, like the least cost of time, the least cost of effort, right? So it's easy to get into from any device, right? One click on any device. That was the first level of optimization. Round two is we're paying a pretty penny to get that optimization, right? So how do we drive costs down? And we've done that through a number of different ways, but the Linux deployments that Adrian's working on is another one that will just lower our cost of hosting by like roughly 10% from what I've looked up. And from some previous testing we've done with Linux builds for Passage. Um, but then also, obviously, on the GPU side, the savings with Akash can be up to 70%. So, I mean, that's huge. This is like uh, uh, the difference between, being able to give this to top tier creators that can charge a pretty penny for VIP experiences and being able to give it to folks who are just running community events for a small community that's not wildly monetized. And I want both, right? Like, obviously, I think the creator, this is why we're so involved in the creator ecosystems, is because that is one of the best places for Passage, just from my perspective on the tech side. Um, but nonetheless, we want to be able to do both. We want this to be able to be leveraged by people who are just running small Web3 communities relentlessly in a bear market, right? So optimizing for cost is also a big priority, and Akash is the biggest lever to being able to do that. So,
Yeah, and the timing's great because we had limited selection of GPUs in the past, but it's starting to ramp up huge with the homenode.akash.network, where you can go and
mm,
supply your own home GPU easily to Akash so that
right.
everybody can do it and make money. So the number of GPUs available is exploding.
Mm, yep. Yeah, 100%. Um, that is the thing too, is that right now we kind of have a set standard, a one size fits all GPU package for Passage. And one way that we can continue to kind of improve the accessibility is by giving people options for GPU packages, right? It's like standard runs all worlds, one size fits all, right? But then we can have a more like economical option for people where it's cheaper per person and allows people to basically opt into lower performing GPUs, ones that can be run out of people's homes, like a wider variety of GPUs, and then get varying levels of performance in different worlds, right? Like we could have kind of like a grading system where it's like, hey, with this GPU package, kind of the entry level GPU package, these worlds probably won't perform as well, but these ones will. These ones will be great. So like just giving people that kind of perspective of like, um, hey, here's the default experience that if you just have blinders on and you're just setting stuff up, you're going to be doing the kind of one size fits all. But then for people who are willing to put in a little time to think about it and are willing to for some experimentation and get a better cost for a certain elements of the experience. So
Right. So
a
if
lot of things we can do.
you had like a virtual movie theater, then all of your participants don't need extreme GPU performance. They're just
Yes.
going to be watching a video together in a room. If you got fully interactive with a whole bunch of different characters all running around, and then you're gonna need more GPU performance to draw all of that. So
Yep.
it's got
100%.
options.
Yep. Exactly. Exactly. No, I really do think that that's the direction is optionality, like giving people more opportunities in either direction. Um, but some of that comes with building on those layers where it's like we start off with something that's just going to be a good experience for everybody, no matter what, and then give people more flexibility to customize it for I want more performance, no compromises, or I'm willing to make some compromises.
Yeah. Uh, on the build out side, for testing, over the past 2 weeks, we set up
Mm,
a much more robust testing system with both a Linux box and a Windows box with 20 cores, 64 gig of RAM, uh, like static IPs connections, so that we can get some more intense testing going on, way faster world builds and test environment. So it's going to amplify our development speed a whole lot. Um,
mm.
yeah, it's been a really fast progress week, which is awesome because like it's right in the time where we need to move even faster than we have been.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of well, I am just optimistic. There's a lot of opportunity for us now just because of the different creator projects that we're working on. And I want to make sure that we have something that's easy to connect people into, that allows people to, we for those who have not necessarily been in some of the most recent GM tidings, um, we just our studio team, so the three division team behind Passage, just helped launch a major Web3 streaming production with Ansem and FaZe Banks called Market Bubble. We are like the production team behind the Market Bubble show, and they're doing like millions of views on Twitch right now, and hundreds of thousands of views. Actually, I say that millions of views on Twitter as well, but the bigger part of views on Twitter are the shorts. So we've got huge live viewing audience for Twitter, but a substantially bigger audience in the shorts naturally. And that's just kind of how the distribution strategy goes. Um, but that's been such a unique experience getting to work with them. And we're doing a lot of similar stuff, just helping creators launch new innovative concepts. And we want Passage to be able to be part of these offerings with the creators that we're working with because so much of what we're helping people to do right now is just problem solve new opportunities. For Market Bubble, it was um, it was a new format. It was a new format for them, and frankly, it's a very technically unique live stream. We're operating across two coasts. Ansem is in New York, and Banks is in LA, and we are coordinating the entire stream between coasts and doing the live physical production, as well as all the digital components and digital tools for the stream. So it's been really fun. The goal is doing new things, and as Passage gets to a point where we can onboard much larger groups of people, we want this to be able to be an option for how we're helping people to innovate. But yeah, I think apart from whatever the market itself is doing, there's just a huge opportunity in the acceleration of the building tools. Right, people are pushing the boundaries. I think more of what they can build because there's so many kind of AI assisted ways for people to do this. And that actually brings me back to Greg Osuri because he's been posting a lot about just the AI assisted workflows. Um, and where did he say that? Well, for one, he I'll drop this tweet here. He shared his beautiful Claude assisted coding setup, which is seriously pushing the boundaries of what anybody could consider a laptop. I just dropped that link in there.
Your
Because he's
laptop
got
doesn't have
four
four
screens.
screens.
If you pulled this sucker out on the train next to me, I I would be a little upset. Because maybe it's a laptop, but now it's on my laptop too.
I would
um,
totally whip that out on the plane, and I'd be like, "I'm sorry, can I just have another couple inches for this screen?"
uh, excuse me, sir.
They're coming through with the cart down the aisle, and they're like, "Could you just move your laptop screen?"
Pardon, ma'am. Coffee, please. Yeah. Um, so there's that. But then also, yeah, he's just talking about like, people being skeptical about can you actually deliver an app with AI. And Greg's response was a non-developer cannot vibe code a production grade commercial app, but an experienced developer can agentically engineer high quality products in exponentially lower time than before. Um, so point being, like, this is just really amplifying what people can create, right? It's not going to let people who have no technical ability whatsoever suddenly make whatever they want, but it does substantially increase the rate at which people who know how to build can build. Um, so got to be ready for more innovation. Definitely highest priority here. So trying to move quickly in this stage of technology, even if not just this stage of the market.
Yep. Being that we're in the steering committee, I just want to mention that if anybody watching, listening, has suggestions of things that you'd like to see in Passage that you're hopeful to be seeing, things that you think could be useful, definitely drop them in the Discord somewhere, ticket, chat channel, just tag us,
Yep.
and we'll add it to the feature list. We want to build out to things first that people are more than likely looking for, and then have the other features come later. So, whatever development we're working on, priority is your desires. So, let us
Yep.
know.
Yeah. 100%. Let's go.
Yeah. I don't know. We got anything else? You want to chat about anything else today? We got GM Tidings tomorrow, so
Exactly.
another
Yes.
chance tomorrow.
Everyone needs to be there in GM Tidings. For those who are watching this after the fact as well, definitely go onto the Passage page and just share kind of what we're up to in the open beta. And yeah, stay tuned. Keep hanging out, and we'll see you in the next one.
Awesome. See you guys. Have a great day.
Peace.